Hey, right now I'm working on making a small leaf for a pendant out of a 1/4-inch square stock. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a small taper on the end. Now, depending on the type of leaf I'm making, it'll either be a longer taper or a shorter taper. This one you can see is a little bit longer, and I'll heat it up again and they'll be ready for the next step. So the next thing I'm going to do is set it up just over the edge of the anvil. We're going to make a little neck here. Just use half blows, so half on the anvil and half off. And then we'll turn it 90 degrees. And then do that again. So what that does is makes a nice little transition between where the leaf is going to be and where the stem is going to be. So the next step, we'll get there in just a second. And now what I'm going to do is flatten out this piece. So I'll start with the face of the hammer and then I'll switch over to the peen. Now because it's so thin it cools off very quickly, so we've got to pop that back in the fire. But also because it's so thin, it heats up very quickly. So I got that about where I want it. So I'll just kind of flatten out the marks from the cross peen there. You can see we're left with basically that shape. And the next step will be to cut it off of this larger piece. Alright, so to cut it off I'm using what's called a hardy tool or a hot cut. And I'll just hammer down until I get most of the way through this. Now, I actually don't want to go all the way through because then I'd have the hardened steel of the hammer hit the hardened steel of the hardy tool and one of them would probably break. So what I'll do is I'll just get most of the way through and then grab a pair of tongs. And wire that off. So then I'm left with just that little piece, and the next step will be to put the lines in the leaf. So for this step, it doesn't really need to be hot. What I'll do is now make the lines in it in the leaf. So we start with that center line there, and then we're going to do the lines off to each side. So these leaves are very simple, very easy to do. I do a slightly larger leaf than this for kind of my basic demonstration piece. I do these smaller ones for pendants though. So there's the lines. The next thing that we'll do will be to heat it up again and kind of shape the leaf. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring it right over to the step of the anvil and kind of hit it back into that step to create kind of a curve. And then we'll do a little bit here over the horn. Kind of give the leaf a little bit of a curl on the tip. Then we'll put it over the edge there. Then just give it a few hits to kind of give it some texture. pretty happy with that. So the next step will be to flip it around and draw out the stem. So first I'll draw it out square to kind of the diameter I want, and then I'll start to taper down the end. Now I'm going to round it out. So I'll do that first by knocking down the corners. And then kind of twisting it around and knocking down all of the high edges. So I want the very end here to be just a little bit smaller, so we'll do that really quick. Alright, and the next step will be to curl this around. I'm just going to use a little pair of pliers and start a little curl here. And then we'll do a little bit larger curl. And I'm pretty happy with that right there. So the last step will be to brush it off and give it a coat of beeswax. Great, thanks for watching.